today we're going to be doing another tool review. This is the cordless router from DeWalt. It's the DCW600, and it is so far not too bad. I have no complaints. It takes both the 20-volt batteries, and I just happen to have the one that it came with right here. It's a little small battery, and then it also takes the big boys, which will run forever. It's pretty awesome. A lot of my bits are sharp. I haven't ran them with any of the older type of bits to see if they kind of lag any at all, but so far so good. I usually use it for flush trimming as well as roundovers, which is what I'm going to be doing on this here today. I'm going to be doing a roundover around the top of this cabinet, and so I can show you guys how it goes. All right, so just a brief overview of how it works and how it functions. So you have your main locking clasp on it, which is easy to operate, but it does hold it very well. Then you have your micro adjustments, which turn at a 1/16 of an inch, and it's marked out on the top ring, which is great. So you can bring your bit up and down as close as you need to, or within those fine micro adjustments, just simply by turning the handle or the top ring on this thing. You have your speed adjustment on the top. Now, I have no clue why anybody would want this thing down into a 1 speed, or what you would actually use that for. No clue. But I always keep it dialed all the way to 7 full speed whenever I'm doing anything, because you know, you don't want any tear out in your wood when you're trying to operate this. Now, there is a quick release on both sides. You just squeeze the tabs and you pull it out, which, albeit it is a bit difficult, not gonna lie, but when it comes out, it comes out. And then there's tabs on the inside that line up on both sides into the tracks on either side. So you just line them up and slam it down, slam it home after you put your bit in there. Again, squeeze and pull. So the bit goes in pretty easy. It does take 1/4 inch router bits, 1/4 inch shanks. It doesn't take 1/2 inch. Now, if you had 1/2 inch on this, dude, I'd hate to say it's probably not enough power for it. So 1/4 inch, you can just snug it down. It has this locking pin. Now, inside here, there is a hole that the locking pin goes into, and then you just micro adjust it however you want. I seat the router bit about 1/2 or 3/4 of the way down the shank and hand tighten it. And then it does come with a wrench, but like most things, I can't find it anywhere. So you just snug it down. Wrench will work. And there you go. So when you bring it down right where you need it, snap it in, and see how it's set below the faceplate, below the plate, okay? So you bring it up, you just turn your dial one way or the other. So this way I'm going to be bringing it down, and I'm going to eyeball it from the side, and I'm going to see that right there is perfectly flush with the top of the bit, and that's where I want it. Bam, just like that. So to turn it on, it's on the side. It's a rubber covered button, and that's it. It's simple as that. It's very reactive, so when you turn it off, that sucker stops immediately. It doesn't just keep lagging out. So as you want to see it again, I mean, it puts the brakes on. Roundovers are usually pretty smooth. The flush trims, depending on how much you're taking off, can make all the difference. But just a nice and easy, nice clean cut, didn't lag. That was at high speed. Now let's give it a go. I'm very curious what a 2 will do. Let's bring it down to 2. I'm pretty sure it's gonna chunk up pretty good. No, not that bad. It's going. See, now that's what I'm talking about. See, it does a little tear out. You don't want that. So, like I said, I always go at a high speed on pretty much anything. And see the difference between fast and slow. Chunks it out. All right, so I'm gonna whip around this thing, and you guys can see how well it does. And there you have it. Quick and painless. I mean, who wants to drag out a cord and an extension cord anyway, right? Can't beat that. Now, just to show that it will run on the big boys, again, it'll run forever. Doesn't change speed or anything, obviously, but it will run forever and ever and ever. And make it tremendously heavier. I will say that you can line about that. So if you are working overhead doing whatever it is that you may be doing, yeah, probably the light battery would be your way to go. And even then, it doesn't kill the battery all that fast. It will run for quite a while on that smaller battery. All right, so why don't we go ahead and demonstrate a flush trim real quick. So I happen to have a 1/2-inch small flush trim that you would use traditionally on your 1/4-inch plywood backing or MDF backing. So we're going to go ahead and show you how quick it is to change out the blade or the bit. I found my wrench, PS. It actually was right where it was supposed to be. So we'll do a quick change out. Alright, and let's dial it down a little bit. Alright, let's hit it. So right here we got your typical 1/4-inch MDF backing. This was actually some beadboard that I had used to make some seating inside the house. So we're going to go ahead and just demonstrate. I have a straight piece of plywood on the bottom there to use as a guide. So let's pretend that that's a hangover there or something that you need to flush trim against. So we're going to be running this straight on down and flushing it up. All right, here you go. Not too bad, nice and smooth, right up against the edge. It ran real well. Can't beat that. But as far as I see it, I mean, dude, can't go wrong with it. If you're looking for a battery powered router, it's not too bad. We do have a link down in the description if you guys want to check that out. And I hope you find this informative and help you make your decision on whether or not you guys wanted to buy it or not. And please consider subscribing and smash that like button for us. Leave a comment down below if you guys want us to check out any other tools you might be interested in. Maybe I got some stashed, or maybe we might be thinking about buying them, and we'll do it for you so you don't have to. Until next time, catch you later. Peace.
Guess who's back?